Welcome to Pulpit Radio, a place where you're going to find an average veteran who's going to give you an opinion based on whatever the hell we talk about. Look, I even lost the intro, bro. It's been 2 weeks. Again, apologies again. It's a mess here. My life's a mess. So we forgive us for cutting it even shorter once every 2 weeks, but I'm sure Johnny and Christine, you will forgive us because you're probably the only ones actually watching anyway. Just know that we are still going to try to do the best we can as we go, and until
Yeah,
something changes, we're going to do what we
absolutely.
can. So I'm here again, Jim, and joining me as usual, Jace, which I appreciate.
We're
You can
going to
say
give you
hello.
our opinions, whether you
Yeah.
like it
Do you
or
do you
not.
do you believe it's been so long? I can't even remember the intro of this show. Like, and I've done it a million times. It's crazy. I mean, we're on like episode like 491 or something, and
Well,
that's
I
not
feel as
counting
though
individual ones.
I've haven't been in the show in like a year. And all I did was just drove the East Coast last week, and kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah. Well,
A
it's like
lot
I
of
said.
lot of news to talk about.
Well, again, like I said, I don't want to disappoint anybody because we don't have a lot of people watching anyway, but this was started for us, for
Right.
veterans, for us, so if we don't get a big following, that's okay. I know Johnny did express that he's enjoys, watching and wanted more episodes, and I appreciate it. I'd rather you just get on, Johnny. You probably, if you just came part of the show, we'd probably be committed a little bit better because this doesn't take a priority over our lives, and maybe it could if you join the show. We'd probably have a little more commitment to you. And Christine, I guess you're in Illinois now. I don't know, Illinois. Did I say that right? Illinois. So you're doing good. Good to hear from you. We are going to talk about, like I said, anything we want to talk about. We've moved over to a longer format so that there's less responsibility on us to get this stuff out. Even though once a week seems to be a little hard too. But hopefully we'll get this one out by Friday, and it'll be some value to somebody. And we don't have to talk about politics and that stuff, but we do like to talk about the
Good.
social stuff. And nowadays, everything is politics, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what we talk about; it's got some political angle, and it's
No.
crazy.
What I would love to talk about right now has
What's that?
no political angle.
No political.
Although you could turn it into like a rigged angle, but whatever. Just go, Leafs, go, go, Leafs, go. I just
Oh, Leafs.
want to.
Oh, well, yeah, well, you know what? Look, I don't. I know we'd love to do a sports show, but what
No,
is
I know.
going on? Tell.
I'm not even trying to do a sports show. It's just the fact that these NHL playoffs are fucking amazing, and this next game right now that's coming up
So
is going to be a bloodbath.
right.
And
So clearly, we are recording this on a Wednesday with game. What is this? Game five starting here.
well, I wasn't going to disclose that, but yes, game
But
five.
anybody can figure it out who watches hockey. So, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of when we, get recordings done, and by the time we get some time to get them out. But you'll probably see this on Friday or sometime, unless I put it out earlier, Thursday. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow, we'll figure that out. But I wanted to ask you about that too because I haven't really been following that series. But what is going on with that Toronto series? Were there really refs fired, or is this all AI generated garbage?
From what I understand, it's just AI generated garbage. There's
See that
no.
That's becoming crazy right now. I mean, this is what I'm kind of afraid of anyway with the whole AI takeover. Is
It
like,
blows my mind the shit you can do with it now.
yes, and these videos, the baby videos, have you seen those? They're kind of cute, but it's just,
I don't know. I don't know. But I had I support YouTube. I watch YouTube, even though I don't support them. But I was watching something about how I this one dude talks about financial shit, and you can download because I live with an HOA. I can download my PFD into
PDF.
this AI generated program,
Uh-huh.
and then ask it questions, and it'll answer my questions about the HOA and the rules and regulations of it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it's
it just
crazy the
blows
things
my
you can do.
mind.
Yeah. You can download one of these videos. I think we've talked about this of you, and you can have it recite your
Right,
HOA
right,
policy on video, and
right,
it'll take your voice and just move your mouth like you're reciting the whole thing.
right. Like I can have you. just what you said right now, I can have you say, "Fuck you, Jace. You fucking piece of shit. You
It's
smell like shit."
so how are we going to be able to tell what's true and what's not? I mean, like I can produce the raw footage, so if I
That's
get in trouble,
scary, dude.
but it's crazy. Yeah, how can you? I mean, I think the
I
preserving raw footage is going to be way important.
I thought that Trump was going to have some authentication process, but I don't know. Who knows?
Somebody's got to be working on it. Somebody has to be working on it. But
Because
right
some of
now, the
this shit's
public is
unreal.
yeah, the public's going out because I didn't know what to believe that stuff because I know Leafs fans are a little sour, and this is a rough playoff. I think this is one of
Well,
the tough injuries and penalties not being called. I do think there is some man. I don't want to call them shenanigans, but there's definitely some stuff putting the whistles away a little too much in these
it's
playoffs.
old school hockey, so people should quit being fucking pussies
Well,
and
but
let it
old school
go.
hockey had enforcers, dude.
Unf-
This game
that one, I
doesn't.
was going to agree with you. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, old
But
school had
yes, you're
enforcers. It
right.
kept
You're
people
right.
in line. Now it's just reckless and dangerous. I mean, look at the goalies that have gotten hurt.
Right.
I mean,
Well, the Leafs top goalie's hurt.
yeah, and the
Smallers.
guy's he's good. Stolars, he's good.
Eh, well,
I mean, Wool's
well,
pretty good too.
there's all
But
these. I haven't really been able to keep up because
you all right
sorry, I
there?
had to burp. But there was there's I have to like join a fucking group to fucking learn some of this shit, but I'm not joining shit. And what Matt Kachuk is supposedly like threatening Nylander and blah 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 and Matt Marner and
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Well, I saw the video of that when he leaked. Oh, I knew who I'm getting next
Yeah,
team or
well,
something.
guess
Yeah,
what? You do that shit and then you fucking actually execute what you said you're gonna do, you might get in some serious trouble.
he should. He should even. He should get in trouble. And I think like I said, I understand the bad calls, misplay. Like I think the one I don't know was controversially talked about with Winnipeg, with what's his name, with Florida. Put it was Florida. Who's Winnipeg?
Strifely?
Not, huh?
Strifely on
Who?
Winnipeg?
No, the goalie.
Oh,
Hellebuck. When the dude kicked the puck, who are they playing? Why can't I think of who they're playing?
they played Dallas?
Dallas. Yeah, when the Dallas guy kicked the puck and it hit off the goalie's stick and went in for the game winner.
Really?
Yeah, you got to watch that. They're saying it's controversial, but I really liked it because the call I think they got right because the rule says if you kick the puck and it goes in off of the goalie, it's
Right.
no goal. But Hellebuck hit the puck with his stick. It wasn't going in the goal, but Hellebuck lifted
Oh,
his
what did he
stick
hit
and
it in?
hit
So
the
it's a
puck.
goal.
But Hellebuck hit the puck and it went into the
Right.
goal. It wasn't
I,
going in the goal till Hellebuck hit the puck with it.
I
So
hate.
that I think should have been a good goal. I like that. But again, this is full of a lot of controversies with calls and no calls. But it is good hockey, and I can't
Oh
wait to
my
watch
god,
some.
it's fucking awesome.
So, anyways, the longer we take this show, the less hockey we're going to get to watch. So let's move on to another subject because I want to talk about what do you want to talk about? This statue they
Did
put
you?
in New York City?
Oh, fucking Big Bertha. I don't. We could talk about it, but then I want to talk about the plane.
Oh,
But
you talk about the
I
gifted
just
plane?
I what is the fuck what does she represent first of all, and then second of
Controversy.
all,
Or what is it? Not controversy. What do they call it?
independent woman or so. I don't fucking know, but I just
Contrast?
I'm I'm just so fucking tired of everything and all the shit that's been going on in the past, and I can't get my mind off of Aunt Jemima, man.
Well, I told you this is not just like the feminist movement. This is not about equality. It's about equity.
Oh,
What
was
they
it?
want
You
is
know
they
what?
want
I
they want
guess it
power
was
back.
DEI. It was
Yeah.
something about DEI with that little statue thing, little big statue.
They just want these groups just want power. They don't want equality because the way to get your statue in the place is to do something good. But
So
the
who
people are out there.
authorized it? How the fuck did it even come about? I mean,
It's
what
New
the
York
fuck?
City, man. It's run by a bunch of Democrat woke
And
ass
who the fuck
people.
is it?
We don't know. Nobody's not supposed to represent anybody. But even black people on the internet are mad. They're like, that doesn't represent me. You're just promoting a stereotype. The angry black woman
Exactly.
thing. Like I think it's stupid. I don't know what these guys are trying to prove because what we are trying to do is say, take the color out of it and earn your place. You know, if you got a grudge about
Yes.
what happened
Yes.
years ago, okay, even if you got a complaint about something happening today, because there's a lot of people out there who still think it's going on, and there may be. Honestly, I don't see it. I don't know. But there may be a lot
Right.
of people with still with problems, but you're not helping it. You're not helping it by
Well,
remaining the victim, by perpetuating these stereotypes and this culture that's just destructive. You're not helping it. So you can't demand people respect you. You just can't do it.
right, and that's the problem. See, they're trying to demand it, but so like, and another thing about color, I was thinking that this color shit was like we were on the amends of it
It was. It was going
getting
away.
better and better,
It was going
and
away.
so I was looking at the newspaper from where I'm from because I'm back in New York now, and that was one of the reasons why we didn't take last week because I was in transit. But so where I'm from, there's there's probably more black folks than white, and there was a newspaper article about and it was proven false and it was proven fake news, but they still posted it, and it was about more black people get pulled over than white people, and
You mean in a black
why
neighborhood?
why even fucking post shit like that, man?
Well, the same reason they don't mention race if it's now a person of color, but if
Right,
it's a white person, that's the
but
first word they use.
so I chime in. I don't give a fuck. I guess I'm in trouble on Facebook. I guess I couldn't post on a certain site today actually, but I just told them there's an easy way to solve all this. First of all, stop driving like fucking retards or idiots. Second of all, obey the fucking rules.
Mm.
And third of all, quit fucking looking at people's fucking skin color. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, so even let's take worst case scenario. Even if you think there's this big racism problem, there are enough people in this country that are not of color that do not tolerate that. That let it happen organically. Stop trying to
Right,
filter
right.
and create it.
But
Like it's
even to
ridiculous.
top it off, it's fuck. There's more fucking black cops than white cops where I live.
It don't stop them, dude. They'll still say it's racist. I mean, the
Oh,
judge, the judge that would put this bail stuff. Oh, it's a black judge. Oh, but it's an all-white jury. Like, it doesn't matter, dude.
it,
And you know what? You know what started this? Do you know what really propelled this? I don't know if I can name an incident, but what propelled this is when victimhood started paying. You know,
right,
before victims were victims, we kind of just treat them like victims. Here's a program for you, go there. But when victims started making money, the grift was on. Now
right,
everybody's coming
right.
out of the closet. Even Carmelo, this kid, he's got that dude who's an ex-convict coming out like this dude is a moron. I mean, first of all, I don't know what he's even talking about. He's just blah 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 blah. I don't even know why these people have him out there. But all he's doing is projecting victimhood. And in fact, even
Well,
like what Sharpton, what's his face is, Sharpton, like speaking of this, well, this is a good transition because Trump just let the South African white people, asylum seekers, come into the country, and Sharpton's on there running his fat mouth. Well, fat, he's skinny now. He's like tapeworm got him, but he's running his mouth again like this is some color thing. Like so, let's stop with the filter and say these people in Africa are being killed because of their color in Africa. We're letting them over. But you are mad that Trump is getting rid of all the people from other tell me how these other countries are being persecuted. Tell me
well,
how Mexicans and all these people are being persecuted.
well. First of all, what they're Africans,
Right, but they're white. Dude, they're
but
white.
but
It's all
but
about
you
what
don't
white
you don't
people
put a
are.
color on them. Then it wouldn't be no big deal to them.
Right. Right. If the article, yeah, if they didn't put him on camera and they just said Trump pardons Africans, they'd probably be celebrating right now.
Right,
But these
exactly. They'd be fucking jacking off.
but they are literally getting killed and their land is stolen and the people doing it are in public saying it at big rallies and forums. I mean, so you can see that. But a guy coming from El
Right.
Salvador, the only persecution he's getting is if he's in a gang. because he's going to go to jail. That's the only persecution. You don't get to come here because finances suck in your country. You get to come here because people are threatening your life. And even at
Right.
that, I would even almost push back on Trump a little bit too. Why would Africans come here? Why can't they go to the nearest country?
Well, that's
Because
what I
asylum
was.
seekers are supposed to do that.
That's what I
So
was wondering
that's
myself.
what I would push back on Trump in. Why are you letting them in here? Why can't you let them into a country, right near them? Like that's what,
I
unless that country's bad too.
I highly doubt it's Trump letting him in. I'm sure it's
Well, he
whatever.
authorized it, so
Right. Well, whatever, dude.
he has to own it. He has to own it. And again, I'll push back at that. But I'm really kind of tired of the race grift, and I think I saw another uh, dude. There's a couple of YouTube. As a matter of fact, most of the people on YouTube and Rumble I watch are more conservative black people because I really
Right.
respect their opinions because they call out the bull crap. And it's normal opinions that most people think, not just a race side. And they're getting
Yeah.
tired of it too. They were talking about the whole black fatigue thing, I guess now, and they showed these countless videos, even black people saying we're tired of it. Stop. You're making
Right.
us look bad with this whole victim stuff, this culture that's just destructive and just makes everything
Right.
worse. You rap about it, and then you wonder why your neighborhoods are like it. It's just
Well,
hilarious,
yeah.
man.
Right. I watch the Hodge twins when I can, but I
I
don't
used to
know.
watch them.
I don't know who else I watched.
I like the black conservative perspective guy. These guys, Anthony Brian Logan, I watch.
Right.
Brandon Tatum, I watch. Those are the ones I watch kind of like every day.
Whatever
Um,
ones pop up, I'll watch. But
well, that you're going to get people of color because that's what YouTube does. It just promotes them. That's why you'll never see this on there. Maybe we need to say something really controversial like the N word, like that lady did.
right. Well, yeah. I mean, look at commercials now. They're predominantly
Oh yeah, yeah.
mostly black
Yeah,
people
even
in
though they're
commercials.
even though they're the small percentage of the population, now they got such a large representation. Now, it's just nonsense. That's why I said they don't want equality. And in fact, speaking about the lady who said the N word, look, I don't say it's disrespectful, right? I don't do that. I grew up that. I heard even black people say it disgusts me. In fact, you're disgusting for saying it, whether it's ER
Right.
or an A. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Put the word away, leave it in the past like it's supposed to be, just like other derogatory things.
Right.
But here's the problem. I don't know how you get to cry oppression when you are literally in a class of people that owns a word that no one else can use but you. How is that
Right.
oppression?
See
You
now.
own that word.
See now. When I was stationed on one of my ships, I was one of the only white boys, so I could kind of talk any way I wanted to talk, and it was no big deal because they just considered me their own.
Yeah, I got the card too, man. I got it, but I
So
still don't
so it
use
was
it.
interesting.
I still didn't use it. You know what I
I
mean? I could
I
talk to them
I
anyway, but I couldn't use it no matter who you are.
I may have used it once or twice, or more than that, but it was with the A on the end, not the R on the end. But
I,
well, it
I,
doesn't matter.
I may
That
have
doesn't
gotten
matter.
away with singing it because that's what you make them use it, your song, and you want everyone to listen to it, but now you tell them they can't even sing it. Like, what? So, again,
Yeah.
stop with the oppression crap. You own a freaking word that other people cringe to even say, and you want to make it a crime? Like the dude that went off on, I don't know, MSNBC,
So
CNN,
what
I
was
don't
the deal
know.
with this lady that said it? What do you? I don't know
In the
nothing about it.
playground, you didn't hear that? That's all over. Are you serious?
No.
Like, what, you living in a shell here under a rock? The
I told
lady,
you I was traveling from.
the kid, some kid in the playground, I guess there was a little black kid, went into her bag. I think it's all set up. There's just something really awkward about it because the kid looks like he's 12, but they're trying to say he was 5 with Down syndrome, and apparently he went in her bag and she called him the N word. And then
Oh
some dude was
wow.
filming it. They didn't film what happened, but he filmed it and approached the lady and he told her, "Well, just say it again, then say it again." Like he promoted it, and then all of a sudden you find out, I don't know how much is true, but this guy was like an ex-convict or something. Like something about the guy who filmed it
Jesus
shady.
Christ.
And it just, and no, the parents haven't come forward, and you know what I mean. Like there's just so much wrong with this, but literally stoked a race war because she started like
Wow.
a Give Send Go or GoFundMe, whatever the things were, and the other one started. But all the people in there were donating to this woman because whatever. But all the people in the black kid that stabbed the white kid in the heart, they're all thrown in, killed a white man. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like,
I
how
know.
many
Where
racist,
was this at? This
list,
playground thing at?
I think it was up in Michigan or something.
Or
But
that's
let me
just
explain this to you. The amount of racists, now listen to what I just said, racists that I know that are black are way overwhelming. I hardly run into white racists. Now, I may see here and there people that are ignorant because they grew up in a place they never seen black people, but
right.
the amount of racist black people I've met or seen blows my mind. Blows my mind. But of
Now you
course, you don't have the
you saying that
power.
right now, I'm looking at my dog,
Your
right?
dog.
So like, even though my community there's a lot of black people, we keep to ourselves. So most people she sees are white. So when she sees someone black, she kind of freaks out and doesn't know.
I thought dogs were
It's kind
colorblind.
of funny.
I thought they were colorblind. Do
Our,
dogs see
yeah,
color?
well, when she sees black people, it's different.
It's got to be a smell, an
She
odor, or
approaches them
something. It's
differently,
got to be something different.
and she approaches them different. So it's kind
Maybe
of
their demeanor. Maybe it's their demeanor. Because yeah, I don't know if they. Man, I should know this. This is
I
embarrassing. I should know this.
I don't know, dude, but I'm telling you, they approach the black folks different than a white
Well, no,
people.
no. Look, no dog. My dog doesn't like. My dogs don't like men. She's bitten my father-in-law 3 times, especially if you're wearing a hat. My dog doesn't like. I'm the only guy who, well, except
Wow.
a few that can be by my dog without her freaking out. But if you're wearing a hat like you got on, my dog will freak out.
So that is funny, dude.
And oh, just a side note while we're talking about that, to anybody who's watched this episode, sorry, I rehomed my cat. It took the fifth time of her pissing on something, and I was done. Done. She's gone. Nice experiment. Goodbye. So
That's
no more
nasty.
cat. Yep. You could ruin it. I have to throw out beds, bedspreads, matches, pillows. I gotta throw them out. Couch. Yeah,
Yeah,
done.
that stuff reeks, dude.
Yes, you can't get that smell out. It's so hard to get that smell out.
I know.
Yep, it smells like ammonia or something really strong. But
Right?
anyways,
You can. There's some enzyme shit that you can spray on it.
yeah, I'm not doing it. Especially if it's inside the mattress or you know what I mean.
That's
Like,
nasty.
yeah, I just rather not have a cat. It's really not. The reward was not worth it. But anyways, I'll get over it because I haven't thought about it until now, in over a week. So speaking of nasty cats, how about Jake Tapper? You know Jake Tapper or not? He's one of those, oh, this is the best version of Biden I've ever seen, and now they're admitting it. He's coming out with this book. Apparently, it's already at number 3 and it's not even out yet or something
I've
about the Biden big lie about the Biden. What was it called? I don't know, whatever
a
the hell it's called. The
scandal.
original sin it's called or something. I don't know.
I've I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, he's coming out now because he interviewed all these people about. It's just this is why I hate these people. I can't say hate really, but I do hate these people because they're such grifters and such liars. They're so phony. Like he was the biggest one selling the the Biden's okay thing, and now he's trying to blame the Biden administration. Like you can see there was something wrong with this man, and then you said the
Yeah.
complete opposite, and now you're going to
Right.
make money off of a book exposing him. Like what? You morons that are buying this book. No offense. Yeah, stop giving this guy money. He's a turd. He's
Uh,
just a turd.
weren't they gonna fight it coming out though?
What's that?
Weren't they gonna fight the book
No,
and
why would they? Why and why would
not,
you?
not let them release it?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see that. Maybe it's true, but why would
I
you?
don't know.
I'm all for free speech. Let the guy publish his book, but it's us idiots that buy them. It's us idiots that donate to stupid give send goes or
Right.
GoFundMe's for racial violence. Like it's us idiots. Like
I know.
I'm not personally doing it, but I'm going to put myself in the class because if I buy the product of some company that is,
Oh
manufacturing stuff in
wow.
China where they're,
Go.
you know, slave labor, then that's on me.
Looks like
You
it.
know. Speaking of China, what do you think about China? Now the left wants to spin it, of course, because these people are just so
What about
Trump
China?
deranged. Well, you see the tariffs thing. They got a temporary 90-day deal where the
Oh, another
tariffs.
one? No. I my one buddy sent me. a YouTube video about their infrastructure though and how it's crumbling.
China's, yeah, because the left. See, this is the problem, dude. The left is so Trump deranged. Not just the left; they're just people are so Trump deranged that they literally do not want this man to win anything. They would rather see this country crumble before letting him win, so they can say, "See, I told you so. I told you so."
Yeah, but
They are
they're running
that
out of
proud.
fucking shit, so it doesn't even matter.
But they're that proud and ignorant. It's unbearable, dude. I told you, like I said before, I'm not for violence, but we are at a junction where there's no getting through to either side
Who
anymore.
who's the fucking black dude that spoke for like 24 hours?
Oh, that's
The Democrat.
Hakeem Jeffries, I think, the
He
guy that
is
was
the
supposed to
biggest
be.
fucking retard I've ever seen in my
They're all are,
life.
dude. They're all
I
just
know, but
politicians,
he needs
actors.
to be punched in the throat.
They're all just no. Don't say that. You can't promote violence.
No,
If he did, you wouldn't cry, right? If somebody did, you wouldn't cry. But don't promote that. Um,
I'm not
but
promoting it. I'm
okay, right.
just stating facts.
Well, at the end of the day, the guy shouldn't have a job. I don't know how half of these people got a job,
No,
but then I see some of the dumb people out there in the world, and I'm like, oh, okay, that explains it. Like
that's
you tell
true.
these people anything, dude,
That's
anything, and they
true.
believe it. They don't do any of their
Right.
research. And again, just because they think Trump is bad, they don't care what he does. It doesn't matter what he does. He can cure cancer, and they'll be like, no. Like now he's trying to lower drug prices, and they're like, oh, you're going to put the pharmaceutical companies out of business.
Yeah, huh?
Like
They're
what?
billions
Like
of
the
dollars.
but you understand what I'm saying? They literally take the
Yes.
opposite side of everything he says. That shows you how deranged these people are.
Well, you know that they're getting kickbacks from the pharmaceutical.
Well, the politicians are, but I'm talking about the people. People. I mean,
Oh,
the people
right.
going around destroying Teslas.
Yeah, but
For what?
those are just fucking idiots, though. The people that voted for him still believe.
Right. But how
All
many
it is the
times,
fucking people that don't believe and
dude, how
that
many
didn't vote
times do you
for him.
have to be
And
lied to? How many times does it take
well,
for you
they're
to be lied
fucking
to
they're just have some problems.
No, you're right. Trump derangement syndrome is real. And these people are mental, they need real mental help. And I'm not saying put them in camps for whatever. I mean, it's that bad.
I
And they don't
know,
even recognize their own hypocrisy. It's just terrible. I can at least recognize mine.
right? You know what's crazy is and I never thought I'd say this, but the most normal fucking Democrat that's even around now is Fetterman.
Right, right. And that's because he had a stroke. So he lost half of his Democrat
Yeah,
stupidity.
but he had a stroke while he before he got office.
That's what I'm saying. So the Democratic portion was what fell out, right?
It
That was
must
the
be
damaged part.
crumbling or something. Yes.
Because I mean, anything we do, it doesn't matter. Like I think they just said the recession's not going to happen. I think Trump literally just saved our economy, and they're still fighting that. Just like I think you brought up earlier, we didn't talk about the plane. Like
Yeah.
it's been already declared. Trump said it. Everyone said it. But I guarantee you, they're not going to tell the people that watch these dumb idiot.
What fucking plane are we talking about?
Was it Dubai?
Is
No. What's the country that? Oh my God, I can't remember where it came from. Kuwait? No, where did it
Oh,
come from?
yeah, I Quinitar or whatever.
Qatar.
Qatar. Yeah.
Qatar gave us a plane because Air Force One is down and they can't get
Oh,
the parts
really?
in to fix it. Yes. Qatar
Oh,
gave
I
it to
didn't
the
know
Department of
that.
Defense, the government, not Trump. He gave it to our government. So we're saving $500 billion because the idiots here can't fix the Air Force One.
Oh, wow.
It's
All
for
right.
the government and
I
they're
thought
thanking
someone
us.
bought a plane or something
No,
because.
Qatar is donating a plane to the
Oh,
United
okay.
States of America because they're thanking him for all we've done for them. And they're turning
Holy
this into a,
shit.
oh, Trump's
Okay.
getting a gift. Like, do you
Because
really think,
my buddy was chirping on Facebook about the price of the plane. So
yeah,
I thought we bought it or something.
no, but do you really think Trump is that dumb after all he's been through to go and take a $500 billion gift right in America's face and be like, hey, look what I'm taking home with me? I mean, are you
Right.
serious? These people just, I'm
Oh,
telling you, they just sent us half a billion or saved us half a trillion billion dollar. I don't know how much it is.
it would be,
$500 million
yeah,
plane, I think.
it was like 400 million, I think.
But
So
whatever.
half a billion.
They saved us all that money because we can't get our plane running. Now I'm assuming we're gonna have to go through and debug it, and we can't
Well,
just blindly
obviously,
trust Qatar. That would be ridiculous. Not that we shouldn't at least give them the benefit of doubt or whatever, but you still, I don't think
you'd be a
trust but
complete
verify.
fucking fool in that fucking.
Any country would be a fool if they don't trust but verify. Plus, we got to make modifications to it anyway, I'm sure. But you get it, like so. But they'll turn anything, just like I said, the recession.
Oh,
They'll take the recession or his ceasefires in India and Pakistan. He's working these deals with Ukraine and all that.
so so
Everything he
we did
does.
not buy it though.
No, it was given
Okay,
to us.
all right, because my buddy was like, "You guys are crying about that $400 million, but yeah, it was okay for Biden to leave $4 fucking billion in Afghanistan and equipment. You guys are fucking idiots."
Well, but that's stupid too. Even at that, we didn't have to leave it there. And
No,
most of the time, and
that's
you know
another
this,
story in itself.
and
He
you
was
know this,
equating it to
when we
Biden
leave
leaving all that
stuff,
shit there.
we destroy it.
Well,
We
we didn't
we
though.
make it go boom. That's what I'm saying. So when we do leave
It was
stuff, like in the
fucking
deserts,
ludicrous, but
we buried stuff, we burnt it, we destroyed all the equipment and buried it there. That's what we do. We leave our garbage over there when we're done. But
all
this,
right,
what Biden did was leave perfectly good tools for them to use against us, and they
right,
have. So, yeah. So you go figure. So yeah, that
right.
was stupid. But again, we already know Biden wasn't doing that because he was incompetent, and we still don't know who was making those decisions, which we all know it was Obama.
It was the auto pen, baby. On the
Right.
auto pen.
Well, it's still Obama, whatever. And again, like
Right.
I am still like I wish people, I mean conspiracies, whatever. It's so funny. Conspiracies are all coming true, and yet people are still like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. It's their go-to, man. There's just something seriously wrong with people. I mean, I'm sure they're saying the same thing about me, which is what the crazy part of all this is. Like, at
Right.
least I'm smart enough to know that they're saying this about me, but they can't realize they're doing the same thing.
Well, of
You-
course, dude.
it's insane, dude. Get
Of course.
two sides pointing the fingers at each other like that old Spider-Man meme. You know what I'm
I
talking about?
actually tried to watch a liberal talk show yesterday.
I can't, dude.
I couldn't do it
I
either.
can't. I can't even when I encounter them at work or out in the day, I can't. I can't even have conversations with these people anymore. I can't. I
Well, the
just can't.
shit they come up with is just
It's
mind blowing,
it's just
man.
the things they believe, and it just defies their own eyes. It's like I said, I mean, I was just talking to somebody today about what was it about the COVID, trusting the COVID shot. Like they just blindly people lost their jobs. Oh, we were talking about religion. I was talking about religion, and I know we're not going to make this religious, but I was talking about the day comes if we ever got invaded or Muslims took over and they either put us in a firing squad. He said, you denounce Jesus or die. And you know how many people I encounter say, oh no, I wouldn't denounce him. I'm a Christian. I wouldn't denounce him, right? But then I stop and think, how many people took the COVID shot, which they knew nothing about? Now, I'll admit the guys who believed it, probably the left wing people, but there are
Right.
conservatives that took the shot to preserve their job. Didn't trust
Right.
God to give them another job, but they did. So you're telling me these same people are going to turn around and take a bullet for Christ? Not happening. And I'm not even sure that's the right thing to do. I don't know. That's between you and God. But the point
Right.
is when you just look at things like that, when you look and use your vision and just say, look, people submitted to COVID shots to preserve a job because, oh, I gotta feed my family. Yeah, or you can live on a park bench and hope God provides for you if you're that. I mean, it's not a great way to go, but there's people living like that. So get off your high horse and think you're above
Right.
it. You know what I mean?
Because people just don't believe.
Right, but well, my point is they're all lying. They're all lying. They're hypocrite liars.
Right.
And I know we're all hypocrites, so I'm not being a hypocrite by saying I'm a hypocrite because I am a hypocrite. We're all
Because you're a
hypocrites in some
hypocrite by
way.
saying you're a hypocrite.
Right, we're all hypocrites in some way because survival is our basic instinct and it's a selfish thing. It's a
Right.
very selfish thing. So even when you pretend that, oh yeah, I'll give my life for something, yeah, you probably won't. You probably won't. You know what I mean?
No.
People do it, so I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying you probably won't. But that's where I'm at with these people. I'm getting so sick of it. You know, the recession, the economy's getting better. All these people, everything's going to crash. Even as they're seeing it in their own eyes, they're still finding excuses to say it's not true. It's not happening. It's deep fake. It's this, that. I don't understand.
I
It,
don't know, man.
it's so important to you that I don't know.
What did our boy have for some questions?
Oh, he threw some headlines, but I tell you that's probably pretty far off. So I'm not quite
Right.
sure he's any of his stuff is relevant. But I mean, what else is in there that you heard about? I mean, there's got to be stuff out there.
There is, but it's just I don't know. It's been a long week, man.
Well, I mean, immigration stuff. Oh, you saw the stuff in the thing with the New Jersey thing with the mayor getting arrested from Newark because he tried to barge into that facility. And you watch the video. They told him to
Yes,
get out, get out, get out. They gave him enough warnings. He didn't leave.
yes.
He was
I didn't see the
trespassing.
video, but I know what you're talking about.
And there's a Congress or a Democratic
This is
congresswoman, I think, in a red jacket that literally punched a cop on the arm. It wasn't like some right in the face kind of thing.
right.
You can see her punching the cop
There's
and swinging at another one. And if she don't go to jail, dude, this is what
right.
again. I'm gonna get on my
Well,
soapbox again. I'm
well.
so
There's also a judge. I think it was in
right. The one that helped the
Illinois that
illegal.
fucking.
She got arrested.
Yes, I don't think she's in jail though.
No, no, no. She probably got released on her own
Yeah,
recognizance.
that's fucking bullshit. Put
But
their
again,
bitch asses in jail, man.
so you get these Democrats coming out, like even AOC talking about if you arrest these Democratic Congress people, then it's game on. Like so think about
What do
this.
you? What
Like
the fuck's that mean?
but think about this. You you the ones that said no one is above the law. You are
Exactly.
mad if we, and I say we as the proverbial United States government
Right.
enforcing its laws, come after politicians who broke laws. You're mad, but yet you spent 4 years, probably longer, trying to prosecute a president?
Well,
You
yeah.
can't get any more hypocritical than that. So if you think arresting Congress people who are literally breaking the law on camera is a step too far, how the hell do you justify what you did to Donald Trump?
What is her? What the fuck's her bullshit threat mean though? The
It
fuck?
doesn't mean
She ain't
crap. They're
nothing.
grandstanding because they're trying to. What they need is the people. That's why they want to slow the immigration thing down. They think well, it's not really about the immigrants because the immigrants themselves probably don't care about them either. If they're not here to destroy the country, take our money, take over, then they're not here for the Democrats either. You do understand that it's not about getting immigrant votes. It's about having the population in the districts so that you get more politicians for that
Oh
district.
yes, yes, yes,
That's what it's about because they know they
yes,
can win the vote because they know how to work the system. They don't
yes.
have, they can cheat and get all the things to win the vote. So it's about representation. It's not about those
Right,
votes
right.
because you're never going to get those votes because even most Mexicans are Catholic Christians. They don't believe in this democratic woke crap. Most of
I
your
So I obviously I'm back in New York, and I was talking to my friend that one I was telling she married an illegal, and she starts crying to me about one of their friends is an illegal. He went to Utah to work. ICE invaded their work, and they didn't deport him, but they detained him.
Mhm.
So he's detained, and she's crying about it, and worried that they're gonna separate the kid from the dad. And I'm like, if you were educated, you'd know that they're gonna have a choice. He's gonna be able to bring the kid back with him, and the wife back with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, they can take if they're American citizens. They can leave anytime they want. They can even come
Right.
back when they want. Yeah,
So, but she's all upset because they fucking did that, and I'm like,
but so
then they
see,
shouldn't have come in
but
illegally.
yeah, again, so this is the
Fuck.
problem inherently. Is she upset about the girl that got killed by the illegal? Is she upset by any of the people
Of
that are
course
victims
not.
of these people? Right, because it doesn't affect her. But now that it's in her backyard because she's harboring an illegal, look, lady, I'm sorry it's your friend, but
You
move
know
there.
her. You met her.
But move there. Tell her to go there.
Right.
America sucks anyway, right? It hates brown people. So go to that country where he's from. Go there. But you won't. Why won't you? Why won't you go to
because
these countries that are so much better than America?
she visited there and they have dirt floors.
Oh, right, because it sucks, right? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because
why.
it's dirty and nasty.
But because it's dirty and nasty, let them all come over here. Sure, why not? We got a much nicer place until they settle in, make a giant community, and then guess what? It's dirty and nasty.
Just
You've
come
seen it a
here
million
legally.
times.
That's all I ask.
Right, you want to fix the system? Don't
Fuck.
get me wrong, government systems are mostly broke anyway. You can't find a government system that works flawlessly or acceptable for anybody. So the system's broke. But I come from, you know this, my late wife was, from
Yeah,
Peru. Her family's here. Here, they're all citizens now.
yeah,
They did have an uncle that was not. I don't know where he is, but if ICE finds him, I'm not shedding a tear.
right.
I'm
Because
not.
you could have done it right all this time.
Yes, and I had no control over it where he was, but I know he was not here legally. So if you catch him, not my problem. And that's
All
in
I
my
can tell
backyard.
you is, you know where I live, down south. We went out, me and a couple buddies. We went out for Easter dinner. Not really for Easter dinner. We didn't. We just went out for dinner, and it happened to be Easter. To a Chinese buffet. We were the minorities, man. It was all fucking Mexicans. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? If
Right.
ICE came in there, it would be over. And then you go to this. We have the biggest flea market on the East Coast, Southeast, I think it's called. It's like being in a different country. It's like being in Mexico,
Yeah. And
and
look,
it just blows my
I got no
mind.
problem. Like I said, I married an immigrant. Like I
Right,
married one. So I had no problem with that. But number one, come here legally. Come here because you want to be part of this country, not because you want to soak them from their money and send it back home. And if that's the case, come here on a
right,
work visa. It happens all the time. Do that. Come here and
right.
assimilate. And that applies to all you guys up there too, because former Jersey, I understand why the people down south hate us. I get it. I understand why it's not even about color. It's about you northeastern dirtbags who don't. Hey, look, this is a beautiful place. You don't say it's beautiful because of what they created. You say it's beautiful. Look, it's a blank slate. I can screw it up like I did the last place. It's much cleaner
Right.
than that. And that's what they do. They come down there with their stupid ideas, their stupid cultures, their stupid ways, and they go and destroy what's
Well,
there instead of assimilating.
that's
Assimilate.
that's the biggest thing with where I live now, and that was the reason I moved there because I liked the southern ways. I liked the way it was,
Right.
and then these fucking northerners have to come up there and try to bring what they love down there, and it's like bullshit.
You
Leave
can
your bullshit behind,
Yes,
man.
you can relate this to the military, right? If you have you're a squad leader and you get your team leaders in line, all of a sudden you got the best squad in the platoon. Everything's great. So then your platoon sergeant thinks, "Wow, you're such a good leader." So let's start moving other people in, and they bring in these people from the other squads that ruined their squad,
Yeah,
and then they come in, and now you're like, "What is going on? You got to start all over again." Because they
yeah.
come in not to be part of your squad. They come in for that fresh start and they bring all their crap. The good thing about the military, though, is you can get that crap out of them if you had to. But here,
Hmm.
you can't. Like, just relate it to a story. Let's say you live in an apartment complex and the one right next door is a really nice one. And all of a sudden, people start moving in that because it's nice and they turn into a piece of crap like you just had.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Because they bring
true.
their garbage with them. It's not that they're there because it's a great place. They're there because it's a clean slate and they can start their crap all over again.
Right, but also we don't want your fucking northern restaurants down here.
Right.
We don't want your bullshit
I hear
down here.
people here, like, from Jersey, they're like, oh, I missed the subs and the pizzas. I was like, yeah, well, go find a place that makes pizza close to it. You know what I mean? Like, go find it. The pizza
Right. Well,
here's
that's what people say down there.
right,
I miss the chicken wings and pizza.
right.
Then make your own. Then shut the
Or go
fuck up.
back there. Go back. You know what I mean? At
Right.
the end of the day, look, I ain't got to eat chitlins or whatever all that stuff is, but if I had to, I had to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just assimilate. But the same thing with the immigrants. Come here and assimilate. Learn the language. Don't require the country to change its signs and put on stuff for you. Learn the
That's just
language.
an annoying fucking thing there.
Every country I've ever deployed to, they didn't change their language for me. Now, if they happen to speak English, they would communicate with me because it's important,
Right.
especially if they're trying to get my money. But I
Yeah,
didn't
but
see them go out there,
fucking,
put stop signs in or signs in English and Arabic.
I
I
don't
didn't see
feel I
that.
should have to push one for
No,
fucking
you should.
English.
You
Fuck
should.
that shit. Make the fuck make a second language push fucking one for their language.
Or just let them call a whole different number.
Or
Call your
that,
people
yeah.
and have them talk to our people. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But again, that's my point. It's not that they're not good people. My in-laws are awesome. You know what I mean? My father-in-law, great dude. He's been here for
Right.
so many years, but you know what? He don't speak English. His English is terrible.
Right.
And I'm like, how are you here for 20 some odd years and you don't know how to speak English?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And even
Wow.
for that, like my own, family, extended family, yeah, you're wrong. Assimilate. Man, maybe you
Wow.
can argue he's too old. Maybe it's too hard for him to learn. Whatever. At the
Well,
end
he
of the
wasn't
day,
25 years ago, so whatever.
but he's a good man, right? So I could still give him some grace, some slack. But no, learn the language,
Right.
assimilate. I understand you want your culture, you want your food, you want your community stuff. I get that. And that's why New Jersey, I've said this a million times when I lived in New Jersey, people think New Jersey is this huge melting pot. It's not a melting pot. It's just a freaking hors d'oeuvre tray. You got your carrots over here, you got your chips over here, you got your dips in the
Really?
middle. Yes, every community, anyone knows. Go to Island,
Wow.
it's all Indian people. Go to Perth Amboy, it's all Spanish people. Go to Patterson, it's all black people. There's, further south, there's Tom's River, it's all Jewish people. I mean, it's not all.
Interesting.
I'm exaggerating, but it's
Oh.
predominantly. So
Right, right, right. No, I get it.
all it is
Even
mini communities.
even the town that I grew up in here in New York. One side of town was Swedes, one side of town was Italians, and the other side was blacks.
It's called self-segregation, and I know why they do it
Right.
because they're
Right.
more comfortable with the communities of people they're
Well,
comfortable with.
the thing is, I don't give a fuck where you go. People still do it in
Yes,
macro situations.
yes,
Let's go to a like a conference. Who's gonna sit with who?
yep.
The fucking the Latinos are gonna sit with Latinos. The whites are gonna sit with whites. The blacks are gonna sit with blacks.
Well, it doesn't always have to be like that because I'll
But
tell
it
you
does. It
why.
is like that
No,
though.
no, I understand what you're saying, but the association isn't always based on race and color, things like that. It's
But
not always
it's
like
crazy.
for
But it
for
is.
veterans. If you were to go somewhere, you found another veteran, regardless of what color, you're going to sit with the veteran. You're going to
Yeah,
connect with
exactly.
veterans because you have something in common.
I'm talking about like a work conference or something.
Right. In general, yes, but that's called self-segregation, and I don't think
Yes.
that's a problem because if
No.
you want to put a bodega in your town because it's full of people, but stop pretending like this is some giant melting pot where we have everyone of each kind in every neighborhood. That's not what it
Right.
is. That's not what it is. And it's okay that we can drive to Perth Amboy and go to get some good Peruvian food. It's okay that we can drive, to Island and get some good Indian food. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
okay.
Another fucking Mission Impossible. What the fuck?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I have the TV on background.
Oh, I'm like you totally went like left field, and I don't know what
No,
you were talking about.
because what the fuck,
Is
dude?
it a
How many
female
Mission
star
Impossibles
now?
can there be?
Is it a people of color female star now?
No, it's still fucking the fucking lefty liberal freak Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Just like you see the Disney one. What's her name? Snow White. You
Yeah,
see that thing dive? I am so glad, not because of any other thing, but that snobby ass entitled. I want to say the B word, but I just can't. Oh, it's not a love story. Yes, it was a love story. Hello, yeah, and then
I would
even
call her a dumb C, but whatever.
yeah, right, and even the midgets are mad, right? Another protected group, right? They wouldn't even let them star in the movie. They wouldn't even give these people jobs. They had to make
Yeah,
it
that's
CG, and it
sad.
was horrible, dude. Horrible. I'm
Uh huh.
glad Disney lost money. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
thank God it was a pooper.
I don't watch the movies anymore anyway. I'm not even watching a whole lot of movies. There's very seldom a movie come out that I'm even going to watch.
I don't watch very many movies either, but I've watched a few in the past couple days, and
Did you ever watch the movie Johnny recommended? Oh, what the heck was that movie?
fuck.
You didn't
I
watch it, obviously.
I looked it up, and I don't recall.
Oh,
I
Das
don't
Boot?
think I
No.
did.
Das Boot was Greyhound. Greyhound and Das Boot was what he
Oh no,
recommended.
I haven't. No, I'm gonna look it up. I'll try now. I think I might have seen it, but no, I watched two movies that actually kept me in my seat, and I actually watched the whole thing. Was Working Man, another Jason Statham movie, and then the world will
What?
the world will Twitter or something like that, or will win. I don't know. It was about the Holocaust, and it was based on a true story. It was very, very, very fucking good movie.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like watching a lot of movies, but I did watch. I just binged something on Netflix the other day about I Am a Killer or something. And let me tell you that I don't. I like the crime movies. I like that stuff. But this was very fascinating, and this is a lesson for. I think all people should watch this stuff. The movie started out with a woman telling her story. She's in prison for some 20 some odd years, whatever, telling her side of the story. And this relates to exactly what people are today and what they think. She's telling her story how she got mixed up with a gang member in Texas from the Texas gang or whatever.
Yeah,
And he had beef with her cousin because the cousin stabbed him or something. And he wanted to get her back. And it told his girlfriend, which is the cousin, to set this dude up, and he
right.
threatened her. She's like, he threatened to kill my kids if I didn't. And you're sitting here like, holy cow,
Wow.
I'm so empathetic for this woman. Why is she in jail? Right?
Right.
And then before you hear the next story, you're hearing, well, even him saying, I don't know what she did. She went crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time it's over, they tell you how she then admitted she helped cut the body up and put it in the barbecue. So
Jesus Christ.
she was the one behind all this. But the point of what I'm getting at is if you just watch that initial thing, which is what
Right.
everybody in America is doing right now,
Right.
any story,
You only saw
Covington
a
kids,
partial
all of it,
story.
they jump to the first conclusion they hear and they have
Right.
no freaking clue what really happened. And that watching that made me realize, holy cow, because here I am. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't do anything about it, but I did jump to a judgment when I heard her story. And then
That
I sat back and watched a little bit more, and I'm like, holy cow, I would have been 100% wrong.
well, that's how the media fucking manipulates everybody.
Yeah, but the media's got an agenda, dude, right? They've got an agenda.
Right.
They're telling that first story the way they want, they're telling things
Right.
the way they want, but I'm talking to the people out there. Why do you believe these people? They've been lying to you for years. And it's been exposed. It's been right in front of your eyes. Joe Biden was not cognitive, and you know it. And now they're admitting it. So they lied to you. And you're still
Exactly.
watching these idiots. Anyway, speaking of watching these idiots, I think we need to get off. It's been a pretty long episode, and I don't want this to be too big. It probably won't be on BitChute because BitChute doesn't accept them. We may just drop that anyway because I think all I get on BitChute is spam people. No one ever
Right.
comments. All they do is when a friend requests me and they all say hi, like hello. It's like the same font, same hello. It's like, come on, it's just a bunch of
Yeah.
garbage. But thanks
Yeah.
again, Jace, for joining me. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we
brother.
had something good to talk about. Johnny, we appreciate you, Christine, as well. Since you're the only ones probably watching. Again, you know, get
Just
on,
like and subscribe again.
yeah, do all that cool stuff we tell you to do.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, and until then, Godspeed.
Pull it. Pull the pin already.
Boom.
Pull it.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.